Driving a commercial truck is a demanding job. It requires focus, skill, and long hours on the road. To ensure the safety of truck drivers and everyone else on the road, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, has established hours of service regulations. These rules limit how long drivers can drive and work within a certain period. These rules are crucial for preventing accidents caused by driver fatigue. Drowsiness slows reaction times, reduces awareness, and impairs judgment, similar to the effects of alcohol. By following hours of service regulations, drivers can stay alert, focused, and safe on the road. Remember, hours of service regulations are not just about avoiding penalties. They are about protecting lives, including your own. By understanding and following these rules, you contribute to a safer driving environment for everyone. Let's delve into the specifics of these regulations and how they impact your time on the road. In today's trucking industry, technology plays a vital role in ensuring compliance with hours of service rules. Electronic logging devices, or ELDs, have become standard equipment in most commercial trucks, replacing the older paper logbooks. ELDs automatically record driving time, engine hours, and other data required by the FMCSA. They connect to the truck's engine and record when the vehicle is in motion. This information is then used to track your hours of service and ensure compliance with federal regulations. ELDs offer several advantages over paper logs. They eliminate the risk of errors and make it easier for drivers to track their hours accurately. They also streamline roadside inspections, allowing law enforcement officers to quickly verify compliance. Although some trucks might still use automatic onboard recording devices, or AOBRDs, these are being phased out in favor of ELDs. Both devices serve similar purposes, but ELDs offer more advanced features and are the current industry standard. By understanding how your ELD works and using it correctly, you can ensure compliance with hours of service regulations and contribute to a safer driving environment. Understanding when the clock starts for your hours of service is crucial for compliance. The FMCSA regulations specify that your 14-hour duty period begins when you start any work-related activity for your carrier. This means that your shift doesn't begin when you start driving, but rather when you engage in any work-related task. This could include activities such as loading cargo, inspecting your vehicle, or completing paperwork. For example, if you arrive at the warehouse to load cargo at 8 a.m., your 14-hour duty period begins at that moment, even if you don't start driving until later. It's essential to accurately record all work-related activities to ensure compliance with hours of service regulations. Remember, the clock starts ticking from the moment you begin any work-related activity. By being mindful of this and planning your day accordingly, you can stay within the hours of service limits and operate safely. Let's move on to explore the specific hours of service limits that govern your driving time. Section 4. Hours of service limits. Driving within limits. The FMCSA sets specific limits on how long you can drive and work. Familiarizing yourself with these limits is crucial. The primary hours of service limits include 11-hour driving limit. You can drive a maximum of 11 hours after 10 consecutive hours off duty. 14-hour duty limit. Your total on-duty time cannot exceed 14 hours. 60-70-hour weekly limits. You can't drive after reaching 60 hours in 7 days or 70 hours in 8 days. These limits prevent driver fatigue and ensure road safety. Exceeding these limits can result in penalties. Careful planning and monitoring are essential. Utilize your ELD to track your time accurately. In the next section, we'll explore how adverse driving conditions impact your hours of service. Section 5. Adverse conditions. When safety calls for a pause. Adverse driving conditions can necessitate adjustments to your schedule. The FMCSA recognizes that factors beyond your control, such as weather, traffic, or road closures, can impact your driving time. In such situations, you are allowed to extend your driving time by up to 2 hours. This extension is only permitted if the adverse conditions were not foreseeable at the beginning of your trip. For instance, If you encounter an unexpected snowstorm or heavy fog, you can utilize the 2-hour extension to reach a safe haven. This flexibility ensures that you prioritize safety over strict adherence to the standard hours of service limits. Documenting the reason for exceeding the hours of service limits in your logbook or ELD is essential. Now that we've covered the impact of adverse conditions, let's explore how you can reset your hours of service clock and begin a new duty cycle.